Welcome to the Casual Gaming Show, everyone. Or as we say in Under a Rock, good morning night. Thank you, Jana, for that beautiful saying. I'm your host, Sheri, and today we have a lot to go through. We've had some busy weeks. The Sims 4 released their new expansion pack, Enchanted by Nature, that came with actual fairies and several, shall we say, challenges? More about that in a little bit. In the world of Aska, there were two new features released: Husbandry and the village's happiness about their surroundings and foods. It caused quite some stir, for which several hotfixes and some fine-tuning were needed. I have to be honest and say I haven't plucked up the courage to check in with our in-world contact to see how things are faring in the game world after I had heard the initial devastating results from Sir Bucky and Grimwolf, to name a few. But we do now have Shmees in the game, and we can restore vegetation after building, besides adding new decorations again and new furniture. We're still waiting on some fixes though. Tiny Glade has released a very good essential tool: stairs. Besides the challenge of creating the stairs yourself, you now have the option to model them with the tool. Have fun with them. Now, if you have been in Enshrouded, you may have encountered some skeletons in the hollow halls. This time, Kyle, or one of the skeletons, has been giving us more insight in and a small tour through the hollow halls. It seems he might need to work on certain skills if he wants to impress the ladies. And just a little insight into what you all been waiting for: Nordic Trolls has released a combat video of Under a Rock, into which we will do a deep dive in a few minutes. I only have one word for it: awesomeness. And I'm honored to say that we here at the Casual Gaming Show can now also bring you inside news about the Voyages of Nera. I've been given access to the alpha playtests. I have to say, I'm impressed by what I've seen so far. I really like it, so more on that in a later show. Let me know if you have also access to Voyages of Nera, and what do you think about it? I promised I would tell you a bit more about Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. It's a fun expansion with things like living in nature. I mean, you can bathe in your own pond. More about that in a minute. We have fairies now, and for those who haven't heard about it yet, this might be a spoiler, but you can turn your sim into a fairy. Now, there's also ailments. That is the subject of several adjustments, because let's just say things are a bit complicated with it. I mean, come on, EA. Ailments every day with a balanced sim who hasn't been in contact with anyone? How? Make it make sense. Well, it should all go better with the patch that's coming out in a few days. Or so we're told. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Now, there is one particular bug we here at Casual Gaming Show have encountered ourselves: bathing in ponds. Or rather, not bathing in ponds. When your sim has a want for bathing from being filthy from low hygiene, it's the soap with the bubbles. Your sim can't bathe in a pond of the lot he or she is on when she encounters that. That's not quite what's supposed to happen. You can temporarily solve that by traveling to another lot with a river or a pond to fix the problem, but of course, I mean, it's living in nature, so you should be able to bathe in your own pond. I hope they fix it soon. Now, here at the Casual Gaming Show, we decided to make a bug report for it. The link for that is in the description box below. If you happen to have this problem as well, be sure to send the information the community manager asked for to the community manager. You can find all the information in the bug report. Now, with all that out of the way, let's take that deep dive into the tropical world of Under a Rock, its combat, and some extras I have for you. Enjoy! This time we can immerse ourselves into the beautiful world of Isla's Nugget. Oh, I like how that portal looks like the head of a cat, or a snugget for that matter. This is one seed I definitely want to visit. If you're interested as well, check out the seed in the description box below. Wait. Just, team, can we rewind, please? Because, do you see that? Is he keeping scores? Well, that changes things. I mean, I'm all about befriending the locals, but if they're keeping scores, we might have to take a different approach on that. I'll have to talk about this with a few friends of mine. Jana, Grace, Mackie, what do you think about this? Now, is that Dodo scared or is he just grooving on the sound of the music? Interesting. Are they here to keep us from going into the portal? Or are they here to join us in venturing into the portal? They seem to be friendly, you know? Okay, except for those. They don't look friendly at all. Uh-oh, that's one awfully big crab. Pokey Spear to the rescue. If you know, you know. It's close combat. Knowing myself, I might need to be careful with these ones. At least they show a health bar and what I think is a stun bar. That should help, right? Right? Look at that! We have the normal Snuggets, but also Rainbow Snuggets. Swinging axe, meet bow and arrow. Got it. Well, knowing myself, probably not got it, but I'll learn it. Oh, that Neanderthaler can get an extra marking on his helmet, I guess? Okay, let's rewind that and pay attention to something else in combat for one moment. Do you see that house behind that Neanderthaler? That looks like the shell from an animal. That's one big shell. In the Discord, we've already been guessing as to the creature this might have belonged to. And we have a suspect. Gary the Snail. We have prepared an expedition to find out more about this creature. Things like hideouts, diet and feeding grounds, hunting grounds, places they live. And the most important of them all, are they friend or foe? Do we need to defend them, perhaps? Unfortunately, we have not been given the green light to go on this particular expedition yet. But when we do, we are most certainly going to find out. There's Throwy Stick in the action. I like it that we get various ranged combat techniques. And we can have a stack of those Throwy Sticks in one slot. That makes it a hell of a lot easier. Well, you know, sort of, if you get well in combat. That's one giant ogre, I think. Well, apparently we can beat them with a fish. I'm all for it. Fish to the rescue. I guess I'll have to pick up fishing. But you know what? If you can fish in lakes like this, with creatures like that in the background, what more could you want? You see those bones? I wonder if they are from a creature currently living under a rock, or if they're from creatures from a distant past. If they are from creatures still living, the Neanderthalers and the ogres might be the least of our problems. 2 on 1? They're teaming up on us? The nerve! How dare they? Well, that's it. I'm calling it here and now. I will be keeping scores. I think. I'd love to hear Jana's and Mackie's and Grace's ideas about this. I think it's good to be prepared to see a scorecard on every Under a Rock gameplay you see in our show of the worlds we visit ourselves. And they might look like this. What do you think? You want to vote on how many of those enemies we were able to defeat? Or, you know, be defeated by? We could add votes just a few days before the gameplay shows, so that you can vote on it and see how well you did. Now, before you get animal control into this world, I was assured there were no animals hurt in the making of this show. And yes, I saw the bird legs and whole plucked birds flying. Were they already fried? Again, as I was told, it was all for the show, so I'm guessing that those legs and plucked birds were just, I mean, not real, right? We'll go with that. Now, this was not all. I have a bonus for you. Let's have a look at building in caves, coming to the rescue, and perhaps a bit of more combat. For all of you wondering if you can build in caves in Under a Rock, yes you can. Take a look at that, a base inside the cave, nicely lit with natural lighting from gems and candles alongside the walls. Everything safe from the weather. Did you see that? We can name our storages. That is awesome. There are several pets in Under a Rock. Pets, familiars, companions. But this is one particular special pet, and there are several more of them. This particular pet is famous in our Discord, and he's called Rocco. And you're in luck if you find Rocco, because he will help you carry more than the usual weight you can carry. There are several more pets like this, but I will go into that at another time. Would you look at that? We do not only have colorful dodos, but we also have dodos in camouflage colors. Green dodo, anyone? How about that purple bunny? Well, I mean, you can't miss it. I like it that they come in different colors. Wait, hold on. I guess we'll have to go to the rescue of that bunny. I hope we'll be successful. Would you look at that? Builders hard at work. But, are they our workers or are they the enemies? Looting your enemies is luckily as easy as just running past their remains once you've defeated them. Everything gets automatically picked up. I love it! Wait, animal fat from defeating that Neanderthaler? Devs, did that woman have that in her inventory, or was something else going on? Now, these rhino ants are creatures to be careful with. If they pin you down with that horn, oof, that must hurt. But if you get out in time, you'll have a bit more extra time to prepare again. I like it! There's that giant again. He must be an ogre, right? Making notes for myself. Run away from that giant. He doesn't move that quickly. Then run around the giant again. He doesn't turn that quickly. Attack him from behind. Good. Noted. Okay. Now, where am I going to put that note until we can actually play the game? Good question. Now, if you not see me do that in the gameplay shows in the future, remind me of this note, will you? I'd like to remind everyone there's no early access or playtesting, alpha or beta yet for Under a Rock. But if you are interested, check out the Under a Rock Discord for news about playtesting and more. The link for that Discord is in the description box below. Now, if you are interested in what Jana, Mackie and Grace are up to, check out the links to their YouTube and Twitch accounts, also in the description box below. I wish you a lot of fun in getting to know them, and they are awesome, I can tell you that. Now, remember to subscribe to our show to get more news about Under a Rock and the other games we like to play. See you next time!